with ASMR? Did you just start recording?
Yes.
What's the deal with ASMR?
I really don't know.
Look, whoa, I'm really loud. I don't know if that's just something. But yeah, it's interesting.
So, as you may have noticed, we are not dead.
I mean, well, I assume they would have had the episode previous to this. Oh, wait, unless we do 2 in a week. This seems like an off-camera sort of thing. Or off-mic, rather, because we're not on camera yet.
But that's coming, and it's coming hard down the pipe.
Pipe's very long.
Yeah, it's a conceptual pipe. It's not a literal pipe yet.
It could also be a ring, so it never gets there.
That's true.
I mean,
I'd like the Large Hadron Collider.
I'd like to get on camera.
We just need to get a camera.
Dude,
Well, 2.
We should take a selfie and be like, hashtag podcasting, lol, XOXO, subscribe to my private Snapchat.
Anyway, but yes, we're not dead. Much like a caterpillar, we have entered into a cocoon and have emerged more beautiful than before.
I have a more beautiful apartment now. I've moved out of the piece of shit that I was in before. Literally garbage compared to this one. It's like actual like it was garbage. Like
there was many areas of this apartment were also cockroach nests.
Oh yeah, no, it's disgusting.
And cockroaches don't pay rent.
They don't. Neither does my filthy, stinking cat. I mean, cool, just hang out on my couch and like let me pat you and stuff, but
I said,
pull your own damn weight. Wash some dishes.
Yeah, and the cat doesn't eat cockroaches, so what are you doing?
Yeah, I know, right? If only they were nice and tuna-flavoured cockroaches. Do you reckon if I fed cockroaches tuna, would they become tuna-flavoured?
That happens with bears.
Bears taste like salmon?
Well, they taste like whatever they eat. So the herb, if you... I was talking to my American mate, who is a hunter. Well, he is a hunter, but back in the States, he was a hunter as well.
Ah.
And he has been bear hunting, which just sounds absurdly dangerous to me. But
yeah, I know, right? Why would you hunt a bear?
like, hunt something that can't kill you. Or maybe do hunt something that can kill you just to, like, flex on people. That's a good point. Anyway, so he is talking about eating, like, the different bears. And if you eat the carnivorous bears, they taste terrible. Because of the...
Which one's that? Black, brown?
Brown.
Is that the 2 types of...
So they've got grizzlies and black bears. And then polar bears, which don't even...
We won't go there. They taste like
That's
seal.
like fighting a car.
Man versus car.
A real car. Anyway, but the black bears mostly eat like berries and stuff.
Oh.
So they have really sweet meat.
Oh.
And like if you get one that eats only berries, like the flesh is a different color. And it's supposed to be one of the best tasting meats in the world.
Really? See, if my phone died, so I would look up, can I buy whatever color black bear meat?
Well, that's going to happen when we go to, when we do Ensmartin USA, after we have money, and we do our American tour, because that's one thing I would have to do.
Eat bear?
Yeah, I want to eat all the major animals they've got there.
Yeah, I could do that. I'd love to eat a bobcat.
Oh, I mean, maybe not. Bobcats look too much like regular cats.
Yeah, I think, aren't they just regular cats, but just slightly larger?
Yeah, they're a bit bigger and they make a weird noise.
Oh.
They make this like...
Oh, no, Raven makes that noise. No, she
really?
does. Yeah, no, she is like, the noises that have come out of that cat recently, because we just moved house, so she's all freaked out. She's always like...
There's this great video of... it was like... So it was this like... so you know how they have zoos and then they have sanctuaries?
Yeah.
And sanctuaries are different. And it's like they're trying to rehabilitate... Basically, they're trying to rehabilitate large cats.
Yeah.
So like lions and shit. that have been injured in the wild and can't beat lions anymore properly.
Yeah.
And they had this video of how the different noises they make.
Yeah.
And then one of them was like the sound a bobcat makes when it's in heat. It was the weirdest thing. It's like, and it just like kept going and like increased in pitch like a 2-stroke motor or something.
So yeah, that's the thing is like we because it's a new apartment and we wanted to smell less like cat. We got this little like pen like enclosure for it and put it out on the balcony, and she didn't like it at first, and she was like we put her in it, and then she was like, I don't like this. And I'm like, what is that noise? She was like, and I'm like,
Like she forgot she's not a dog.
Are you a dog or? No, it was funny. And she scratched a little nose on because she was like, this is a net. I can walk through this. And so she was like pushing her face into like the net and scratched a little nose. She got a little. Well, you're.
Yeah, I saw her last night. Yeah.
Yeah, she got a little ding on her nose.
What noise did she make when she hurt her nose?
I don't know. She just came back inside and she was like, I've hurt my nose. And I'm like, oh, well done. And like, I don't know. I thought she had something stuck to her nose, but no, she's just like a little. It's like a little like a little. Okay, if you pushed your face into a net, you'd probably get it on your nose. It's like that.
Yeah, I feel like you wouldn't be able to. Well, I don't know, because cat noses have got that little indent in the middle. Whereas
Yeah, it was a bit above that.
a human nose, it'd go off to one side and you'd end up with like a line down the side of your nose.
Yeah. But yeah, pardon me. Sorry, I'm drinking beer and I'm just at dinner. Thanks, Mrs. Gunning. But yeah, no, it's interesting. My new apartment, we got like super high speed internet. Because I know we've told every American guest we've had that our internet sucks. Mine doesn't suck anymore.
As much.
Yeah, as much.
Like compared to probably like cheap internet in America.
I think ours is still pretty heavy. It's just, so when I looked it up, it's percentage of people that have speeds over XYZ. And I'm over XYZ, and there's something like 2% of people in Australia have speeds over that. Whereas like in Japan, it's like, or Korea, it's like 80% of people have speeds over that.
Yeah, but Japan, it's like directly wired into their minds as well. So.
Yeah, they've just got an Ethernet plug on the back of their head. It's just,
I reckon that's coming.
well, like plugging into the.
Yeah, like I reckon that like human augmentation.
Or you can just like download things to yourself and.
Well, yeah, well, like
Have you been playing Deus Ex: Human Revolution?
No, actually.
Really good.
But
game.
I know that they say like orgs and stuff.
Yeah, no,
right?
no, but like, well, yeah, it's about that as well. And it's like there's the whole, and I'm actually now doing Mankind Divided. I'm actually playing it, so that's the sequel to it. And it's so like the augment. As long as it's not spoil anything, because it's a really good. I highly recommend playing it, and it's like $5 because it came out like 6-7 years ago now, almost. But yeah, it's like the it's like, you know how there's like the like social issues debates. The social issues debate of that. Oh, so it's set in like 2020 something, so it's coming up. The social issue is, should we augment ourselves or not? And then there's like humanity first, which is no, and then there's like augmanity first. I don't know what they call it. I can't remember what they call it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yes, we should. And then there's like a bunch of guys, and then there's like, and then the Illuminati has something to do with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, really good. Highly recommend.
But I reckon that's going to happen.
I reckon it will too.
And I've got to say, I will. I mean, depending on what it is. Like, I don't want to mess with my mind, but like if I could get a third arm in the center of my chest.
I mean, I would just get like these like massive whopping arms that could just like punch through walls. I'd love that. That'd be sick.
Or maybe like a third arm there, and then like some shoulder arms.
And then some like coming out of your waist arms.
Yeah, look, it's like, okay, I do a lot of soldering at work,
Yeah.
and soldering is designed for people with 3 hands. Because you got to hold the little.
You got to hold the iron, and then
So you got the
hold your
iron in
board.
one hand, and then you got the solder in another hand, and then you got to hold somehow that got the thing you're soldering has to be still as well. And if you're soldering 2 wires together, you need to be holding those. So it's just like there's tricks, but like it would be so much easier if I had a third hand.
Why don't you just hold the soldering iron in your mouth?
Oh,
The really hot piece of iron.
well, I mean the handle's not hot.
Yeah, but if you're gonna like dribble on you, it's ill
Oh,
advised.
I don't have an electric one. Mine's gas powered.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, like it's basically like literally it's just like a butane lighter, and then they stuck a soldering iron tip on the top, and then the butane lighter just heats it up.
Wow.
It's
See,
so much better because it just heats up instantly.
Yeah, and you don't need to plug it into a wall. I had a teacher at school when we were doing electronics, and he would like. Admittedly, he's probably done the same thing for the past like 10 years.
Was it the curly haired guy?
No. But what he did was, so he held like the circuit board between his pinky and ring finger, and then he held the like solder between his thumb and his index, and then he held the soldering iron in his other hand, and so he was just like, nee, 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 and he did it so
like just like that.
yeah, just like that, and because I don't know, he's probably done the same thing for the past like 10 years.
I've seen guys do similar, but like
Yeah, so he just held like everything in one hand. It was like solder. I don't know what the soldering meant.
I mean, it doesn't really make a sound.
Have you done that thing that I said you should do with the solder?
Remind me.
Where you push it down onto the hot tip until it drips off and hits on the floor and like makes like a metal splash.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, it looks pretty sick.
I mean, I'm not really supposed to, but yeah. Oh no, actually, my excuse was there was already like a build up of solder. I'm like, oh, this is the only way to get it off. Is it because you know how like
You've got to like wet the tip or whatever.
yeah, again, you know, my logic is like, you know, when you accidentally use permanent marker on a whiteboard,
Yeah.
and then you use the whiteboard marker over the permanent marker.
Yeah.
Same principle. And then I'm like, oh no, I'm just feeding more solder to it so it becomes a big drop and then it all drops off at once. And I don't think it works that way. But, and it didn't. But that was the logic I used to justify doing it.
Yeah, we did it in school and we'd drop it onto the desk like several times to get like several splash marks. We got in a lot of trouble because like, I don't know, you're trusting like 12-year-olds with 13-year-olds with hot metal and hot irons and tiny little circuit board that's like 2 centimeters by like 10 centimeters.
Yeah. I mean, they're not actually... I mean, they're pretty hot, but they're not like that hot.
I burned another kid in my class because I was like, "Hey, mates," and he's like, "Oh, what are you doing?"
I gotta say, I've gotten worse burns off of like touching a. This is gonna sound really stupid, but there was a. It wasn't as stupid in the context, but touching a drill bit that was just spinning at high speed. Right.
Oh, and it came out of a wall, and you tried to get it out, and it was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it got stuck in the wall, and then the chuck came loose, but not until after it went around the sides of the bit.
Yep.
And then just instinctively, I was like, ah!
That's where you need spray on water.
I mean, water in a
No, spray on water. It's water that comes in an aerosol can. Have you never seen that?
No, really?
Yeah, you can get aerosol air.
Oh yeah, I've got that actually.
Is that to clean off whatever?
Yeah,
you do?
keyboards. No, whatever I'm doing. Yeah, come on. Why would I even try it? Why would I even do it in that way that it could get on the keyboard?
What? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
No, what are you talking about? No, go on. Just pause here. Keep going. What, do you think it was like jacking it on the keyboard? You like blow it off? Like with aerosol?
I mean, that's the worst way you could possibly do it.
Yeah, we'll just try it.
Well, what did you think?
And what did you think you were doing?
Well, no, that's what I thought you were doing.
Oh, okay.
But what did you think?
I was just like, whatever I don't know, you could have done something. Oh, there might be sawdust on here.
On my keyboard?
No, not specifically on the keyboard.
Oh, right.
I thought you might have like used it.
Oh, no, I didn't buy it at work. I bought it from my, because my computer is also the Sahara Desert. Because of, well, I guess sand isn't really dust, is it? My computer is like the Australian desert, which is pretty much just dust.
Dust, yeah. Have you seen the really fine sand we have way out in the sandy desert?
Oh, come on, change that name.
Why? It's adequate. No, we have really fine sand out there that it's like, you know how like you see in movies when they're like off an old tome and like it like floats.
Oh, you can do that?
Yeah, you can do that and like the sand will float.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it's because it's like super fine.
We should do that. We should do like a road trip.
To the
First of all, we
sandy
got to
desert.
just remember we still haven't discovered the bunyip yet. Bunyip? No, not
Bunyip
bunyip.
or Yowie? Which
Yowie.
One of them's horrifying.
The bunyip's terrifying. That's the one that's like the lizard monster and the billabong or whatever.
The Yowie's are Bigfoot, isn't it?
Yeah.
I found out that they're called cryptids.
Oh, yeah, there's a whole field.
Yeah.
And that's today's topic.
Is it?
No, I didn't actually think of a topic for today, so we're just going to sort of talk
Yeah,
shit.
well, we'll just say cryptids.
But let's just say cryptozoology is the topic.
No, that's actually really. We'll do that one later because
Actually,
it's a real.
good one,
That's
yeah.
a real like a clickbaity sort of. We don't clickbait, but it's really clickbaity.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, no, it's It's like I found out there was one called Mothman, which was to do with like radioactive whatever. I thought it was cool.
no, I got deep into that shit. Mostly because I thought, I could discover one. Which really would just involve me going into the woods and getting drunk.
I mean, you could just say you discovered one and then just pay people to say that, oh, I saw it as well. But, like, go on Reddit and be like, guys, I wanna start a cryptid. I'm going to pay you money to report to a news agency that you saw a 3-foot tall centaur, we'll call it a dwarf tor, and it ran in front of your car and ran away, and just tell a news agency. And it's only in Western Sydney.
Well, that's pretty much how they started Slenderman.
Well, I mean, he didn't pay people to do it. He just
Oh,
made,
no,
he
no,
made just like a creepy story, and people were like, "Oh, it's real."
Well, no, because it was a contest to make a paranormal Photoshop that would, and the idea was they would like
Trick people.
and try and get it onto paranormal websites as basically like a 4chan-esque prank. Because it was somethingawful.com, which was like
Died 4chan.
yeah, or maybe like not yeah.
I vaguely remember it. I don't.
Yeah, like it wasn't that good. They were really weird. But anyway, this was pretty cool. And then they made one guy made something with the Slender Man in it, and then he made a couple more, and then other people started making them. And then about a week later, a guy made like a Blair Witch style web series about Slender Man called Marble Hornets, which was the shit. That's basically how it all went down. And then there was like a couple of other web series. There was one that was really good, which was it started out as like a fitness vlog.
Oh yeah, and I've heard about this one. Yeah,
Yeah, and
it slowly turned into like I'm stuck in the woods.
yeah, and then it basically, and anyway, point being,
Cryptids.
yeah, whatever.
Yeah, no, I thought we should totally make the dwarf tour.
Well, I reckon.
Or the Sen Dwarf.
I reckon what we do is we get Soraya's dog, and then we get like I don't know how we do it, but we'd get like a prosthetic human body to just stick out of the top of her head.
Do you know what? I like where this is going.
In fact, actually,
I think we should just pay people to do it, but this sounds better.
No, okay. So what we do? No, okay. So
You put
because
your string down.
it's a cryptid, we can actually we can take some liberties with like biology. So it's got the body of a human, the legs of a dog, and the head of a dog as well, sticking
Sticking out of where the waist should be.
the lower waist, right? So all we need to do is make a prosthetic body that clips onto her collar and hides her collar. That looks like a small human.
And we make it furry.
Yeah, you've got to make it furry, but it has to be fur that like blends naturally with the gradient of her fur.
Yeah. Okay. And so what we do is you have nieces, yeah? So I assume they have some sort of toy camera, right?
Yes.
You get that toy camera, and that's the only thing we can take pictures of it with. All right? Because quite honestly, and then like...
I mean, the toy camera doesn't even take photos, but it looks...
Okay.
It's just like, click.
We find like an iPhone 1, right? And that's the only thing we can take pictures of it with.
Well, I've got
from like meters away.
We've got one of the like early camera phones around here somewhere.
You could.
We don't have the charger for it though.
Oh.
I'll have to like...
I have
I don't know how you do it anyway.
I don't know.
Actually, no. Back then, it was just like it wasn't even like a dedicated charger. You just used one of those DC converters, and it had because it all had like a standard plug.
Really?
I think so.
I thought the standard plug was like what I have now, the USB-E or whatever it is.
No. Because it used to be, it didn't used to have USB. Like phones didn't used to have like a USB. It was just like a little
little doot plug. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The doot plug, yeah.
Yeah.
But
everyone else obviously knows. That's right. Nod your head if you agree. Thanks for nodding. You look stupid if you're on the train or something.
No, because they were like, yeah, it's like they was listening to a song for like 3 seconds. I'm like, yeah, this is a jam. And
yeah, this is a jam.
I'm going to stop
all 3
now.
seconds of this.
What was I saying?
Something about well, yeah, we'll just take a picture of him with just the crappy phone, and from like 100 meters away, and just be like, and then send it into our current affair just to be like, what kind of animal is this? More at 9. I mean, they're at like 6:30 at night or something.
Yeah.
Because pension.
Do you reckon they do that?
What?
Do you reckon they do? They would do cryptids.
Yeah, of course. If you had a legit enough looking cryptid, I 100% reckon a current affair would be like, what is in your suburb? Tonight, we investigate the, what did I say, Centaur. Is it dangerous? And then we just show these like grainy pictures and it's
Did
like...
you say Centaur or Dwarf Tour?
Centaur.
Centaur.
Because Dwarf Tour just sounds stupid. Centaur. Right.
Well, Centaur doesn't make any sense either. Tor is bull.
And Sen is 100.
Yeah.
Sen.
And it's a half horse, half man. I'm going to look this up.
Centaurs are the funniest. If you're playing Cards Against Humanity,
Well, Centaurs always wins.
Centaurs always wins. Or Vikings. Just anything that's just way out of the ordinary.
Or just one word.
Yeah, or you must construct additional pylons. That's an easy win. But okay. Current affair would totally be like, what is in your suburb? This was pictured out in Penrith in Western Sydney. Is it dangerous? What does it eat? Can we make friends with it? Is it selling drugs to your fat kids? More at 9.
Yeah, it's just...
I mean, like,
Sorry, I'm really confused about centaurs.
Look, a current affair is just garbage journalism. I'm sorry, a current affair.
Unless you want to sponsor us.
Unless you want to sponsor us or have us on. You know what? I'm going to email a current affair to see if they'll have us on. Because I reckon it could be like, hey, look, I am an indie podcast to the next Netflix. You know what? I'm going to email them. Be like, hey, do you want to interview us? Because we're a podcast and we just film diddly.
That's such bullshit.
What?
Okay, so it's got nothing to do with balls or the number 100.
Yeah.
So it's from the Greek Kentaros, which means a member of a savage race from Thessaly.
Huh.
Who were like, and apparently they were like expert horsemen or something.
Oh, so they were so expert they became the horses themselves.
Or maybe they were experts in the sense that they had gained that other kind of knowledge, carnal knowledge of the horses.
See, that's the thing, right? You know how you hear things like, oh, the XYZ tribe were experts in whatever. Were they experts then, or like, would it still stand up now? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm thinking like American, like Native American tribes, like that. Like a lot of them are like experts in horses or whatever. It's like, would that stand up now?
Well, they had horses less long, like horses didn't come back to America until it was colonized.
Really?
Like I said, horses originated in America.
Yeah.
Like back when it was all one continent.
And then they all left. Where did horses come from?
No,
Mummy and Daddy horse, I know, but
no, they all originated in America.
oh,
Like you know how we all originated in Africa?
yeah.
America was all horses, right? And then they left, and then they went extinct in America, and then they got reintroduced when the British went over.
Oh.
So the Native Americans actually just figured out horses in like 50 years' time.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, unless they rode like mooses or something. Meese?
Mice.
Or elk.
Elks. Or elk self and elk thems. Yeah, I don't know. But like, yeah, do you reckon like an expert would still like an expert like, oh, the people in Greece were expert horsemen. Do you reckon it was just like they knew lots back then, or would they still stand up? Because like we know a lot now.
Well, the problem is how many like you could test it if you found like an uncontacted tribe that was also in a place that had horses, which I don't think there are any.
Yeah, because it's mostly just like deep jungle now, like South America, PNG, stuff like that.
Yeah. And like the best case scenario, you send like the Olympic equestrian champion over there, and then he gets cannibalized.
I mean, I don't know. We have at least like 10 books on horses.
I mean, yeah, at least 10.
At least 10.
For sure.
I'm not.
That's a conservative estimate. No,
but like, oh,
no. Do you want to hear my conservative estimate? Abortion is wrong.
Well done.
Get it?
Yes, I get it because it's conservative. Nobody's as conservative as I am. I assume you said that. I don't know.
You probably did, and it's probably not true.
Nobody is conservative as I am.
Look, let me just say this. I think Donald Trump's driven a fair share of women to the clinic.
Yeah. He may or may not be that potent. I don't know. He's only got like 2 kids. 4.
5.
Oh.
No, yeah, 5.
I don't know. Donald Trump really annoys me because he's no longer funny because it's been done to death.
Well, see, it's not funny. Like, they've exhausted every possible avenue of making fun of him.
Yeah.
So I've actually, now I'm starting to actually just appreciate the funniness of just him
Actually
being
happening,
there.
yeah. Like, the thing I found really funny was the whole uranium thing. He's like, uranium, it's used for a lot of good things. It's used for a lot of bad things.
Yeah.
Nobody knows more about uranium than I do. And he just, like, babbled on about, like, he made vague statements about uranium for about 2 minutes. And then he's like, Saudi Arabia has it. uranium is a thing. It's number 92 on the periodic table. It's not. Is it? I don't know. Probably not.
I think it's higher. Actually,
235 and 239, I think it is.
Do we have that many elements?
I have no idea.
Shit.
But that's what it is in Factorio. You process uranium into 235 and 239, I want to say. And 239's the good one. 235's the one that just fills up all your chests. But then you can reuse it.
Oh, no, I know what you're talking about. That's like the number of protons or something. But that's the number of something. And it's unrelated to the number it is on the table.
Well,
anyway, but you still, wait. I don't know, we should ask Donald Trump because nobody knows more about uranium than he does.
He's written at least 10 books on uranium.
He would do that.
Oh yeah. Katie's dad has his book, The Art of the Deal or something.
Did he get it before or after?
I think well before.
2015.
Well before. I saw it in there a few years ago now.
Yeah.
He must have made so much money on that when he's like, I'm running for president, buy my book.
Oh, he brought out a special book just for when he was running for president.
What? The Art of the...
It's called Crippled America or something.
Do you reckon he actually writes it?
No, he had a ghostwriter.
Of course.
But like, ghostwriting's not entirely like inauthentic because it's like they just interview... Well, it's like BoJack Horseman. They just interview the famous person who doesn't have time to write or doesn't know how.
What's the thing where it's like you say, scribe.
Yeah, no.
So you say it to them and then they write it down.
Yeah, no, he doesn't like dictate it to it, but they just interview them like many times and like, what do you think about this, blah, blah, blah. And then they write it and then they like present it to you and you approve it. Maybe they give you a few token words you can change so you get a co-writing credit. And you're like, man, there's a word missing here. I'm like, the? Of course.
Of course.
Anyway.
I was just going to say cat walk down road.
But yeah. And, it doesn't necessarily mean there's none of the person in it. But it does mean they did probably none of the writing themselves.
Huh. Curious.
Pretty much everyone does it. Like,
do you reckon he writes his own speeches? I mean, they're pretty terrible.
He wrote one of his own speeches.
But every time he gets up to talk, it's just like...
Oh, no. Sometimes he just wings it.
Oh, okay.
Which I kind of respect.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yep, okay, you're the most important man on the earth. Fuck it, I'll wing it.
No, whatever.
Yeah.
I woke up 10 minutes ago, I'll do it myself. No, I get that. Look, I don't know, I mean, literally hashtag not my president, but...
Oh, yes.
Being not an American. But like, I don't know, comedy has dried up. You can't now... you see what's like the comedy about him rather, not comedy in itself. Comedy is still hilarious. But you can't...
Comedy's great because the comedy that's actually standing out now is like... It's fairly like... It's apolitical, but it's fairly like brutal. And like when people actually push limits now, it's a bit more potent just because of the whole climate and...
Yeah.
But yeah, like, there's so many jokes you can make about orange skin and small hands.
Yeah. And and like a lot of the really good comedy at the moment is, for example, like Onion News Network, where it just like states the obvious. Like we have like Sydney Sentinel, Batuta Advocate. There's another one,
Honey Soy. It's a. I only know about it because. All right, so the University of Sydney has a student newspaper.
Yeah.
Which is about what you'd expect.
Yeah.
It's called Oniswa. I don't know what it means. I don't even...
Is it New South Wales at the end?
No.
Niswa?
No, like SOIT.
SOIT.
It's French. But anyway, and then there's the parody version, which is Honey Soy.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, no, like a lot of the good comedy that's coming out of there now, where it's just, I mean, a lot of Batuta is just stating the obvious, where it's like, man in pub decides to buy a beer, go out on a limb and buy a beer, right? See, there we go, bang. I'm a writer for Batuta. Whereas like Onion's a bit more in depth, except when there's a school shooting and
They post the same article. They post it every time. Yeah.
The article, no way to prevent this, says only country that this happens to regularly. It's, I get it, it's a political stance and they get a bit more political every whatever, but
I mean, they've actually gotten less political lately, just because I think they've correctly identified that it's like we can't write anything more ridiculous than what's already happening.
There's a really good one. It's about the Washington Redskins. I want to say, I don't know, I think it's a baseball team or something.
Yeah, I know. There's that. There's the Cleveland Indians as well, and the Washington Redskins. I'm not sure which one's got
the Indians is the super
with the hate crime logo
caricature, and the Redskins is sort of like a.
It's respectful, except for the fact that they're called the Redskins.
Yeah.
But why not have the New York Kikes?
That's where it's going. So.
Oh.
Yeah. So because the Redskins is owned by Jews, I don't know. You probably look it up. I'd get it on my phone, but it's like.
Well, why does everything have to be owned by Jews, Jared?
Well, no, I'm not saying it has to be owned by Jews.
Where are you going with this?
Washington Redskins is owned by. They're run by Jews. And like, or the person, like the guy that heads.
Man, this soundbite is going to be all over CNN tomorrow.
No, it's not. I wish it was. Then we get some views.
Actually, yeah, I would like that, because that's the sort of controversy that we just steer into.
Oh yeah, no, like everything's owned by Jews. I mean, we hardly have any here in Australia, but.
Go in Bondi.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I get your point.
But like, yeah, and like the article goes on about like, it's basically the Washington Redskins should change their name, but then it goes on as like, owned by its kike owner. And so it's using all these like racial slurs in it. This is a fairly old one. It's like 4 or 5 years old now. And so you couldn't get away with it now, but very funny. Look it up. Washington Redskins, Onion article. I'd do it now, but my friends did.
See, I thought they were named after the candy.
Onion?
The Redskins.
Oh, Redskins.
You remember
We
Redskins?
have Redskins, yeah. What do you mean remember Redskins? I had one like yesterday.
Really?
No, I didn't.
I haven't seen them in a while.
I've had them in like within the last month. Because people buy like mixed bags of, what is it, Allen's lollies, Allen's candy.
Candy.
We should get an American translator. Like, you know how they have like
I know most of the American translations.
No, but you know how they like on TV shows and stuff, they'll have like a person signing in the.
Oh, like simultaneously.
Simultaneously. So we just have someone speaking over us.
Oh, yeah, we just do one podcast where we start. You know, when on the news, they'll have the guy talking in the foreign language, and then the guy will say. Then suddenly the voiceover guy starts talking.
Yeah. And
then it'll be like, the island building in the South China Sea must stop, even though it's like a chick that's talking.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, we should just have something like that.
But then it just goes on, like, and we're muttering over the whole podcast.
Yeah.
But the American guy's just talking over it.
The American guy's just going over us, yeah. Or actually, we should probably get a Swiss one. Swiss? Is that where Switzerland? Or is that Sweden? Switzerland. Because, like, I don't know, but I've looked at the stats, and there's a guy from Switzerland. He's going ham. How do you say hello in Switzerland? Or Swiss?
Probably Guten Tag.
Hey, what up? Guten Tag.
But I mean, there's a lot of languages where you just say hello.
Hello.
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
Swiss translate.
Or just Swiss greeting.
What else can we pen? Oh, I love chocolate, by the way, Switzerland guy.
Swiss chocolate. That's good. I think Lindt Swiss. Watches. Is it Swiss watches, I think? I think it is. Or it used to be.
Oh, yeah, it's Swiss watches.
Army knives, great. if you ever need a tool for everything ever, just get an army knife from Switzerland.
Oh, they speak German in Swiss.
Oh.
Switzerland.
No, that's Russian. Ja, hallo, Vater, guten Tag.
Das ist mein Hamburger.
Das ist mein Hamburger.
Oh, you got anything else?
No,
Nine. Oh, they
nine.
also speak. I think they speak some French there too.
Wee, what up? All right, it's enough pandering.
No, what else can we?
I don't know. Like,
I love neutrality.
yeah,
No, I don't. I have no strong feelings about neutrality whatsoever.
I also have no strong feelings towards our Swiss listener, who I assume is listening. I have no idea.
Do you know in Switzerland you have to own a gun?
Really?
Yeah.
Is that
Because
because?
conscription.
Oh, right.
So they have militia. Basically, they're a country that like never goes to war. Well, they never join any wars. Like if they'll go to war if they get warred
If you
on.
can get invaded, yeah.
But like they're the most prepared to immediately go to war of any country. Like they've constantly got planes patrolling their borders. They've got these like underground bunkers that they can evacuate their entire population into. They've
So
got
Switzerland's not a big country, so it can't be that.
it's got all the banks in it.
Yeah, but isn't that? Oh yeah, Swiss bank account.
Yeah. Oh, and like the head, all the like head. We've got like the Reserve Bank.
Yeah.
So all the reserve banks in the world have like another international reserve bank that is in Switzerland.
Oh. Hey, it's Mr. Swiss listener. Because you own all the money in the world, you want to chuck us some cash? Nah, but you like... It's not that big, isn't it? It's rather small, isn't it?
Like geographically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's not huge.
Because I looked up list of small countries, and like there are some countries that are like less than like 200 square kilometers.
Isn't Singapore that pretty much?
Yeah, that's more of a city state now. I mean,
I'd love to
it's
go
a
there.
country itself, but it's. Do you know Singapore? Let's go Singapore, man.
Like of the Southeast Asian countries, that's the one I'd like to go to.
Man. It's basically just like white people China, or Southeast Asia. No, Hong Kong is white people China. You go there because it was owned by
Britain, yeah.
England, yeah.
And
like-
it's sort of owned by China, and they're but not. I don't know. It's
Oh no,
hard-
I thought they gave it back.
So China sort of owns it, but they're still allowed to have all capitalism and stuff in Hong Kong.
Oh, it makes sense.
And Macau, they're still allowed to have like degenerate gambling.
Is gambling illegal in China?
The way they do it in Macau, sure.
I've been to Macau.
Yeah.
I didn't go gambling.
Well,
I
'cause you were,
went
like,
there and
seven
it
or
was they were
something.
like, "This is the island of Macau," and then I was like, "Cool." And then
It's like, hey, when do we go back to Hong Kong?
hey, when do we go back to Nottingham? Yeah, I don't know. It was just like we had a night, went to a nice fancy restaurant there. It was cool. That was pretty much it. Yeah, there's not a lot there. Which when I went to Hong Kong when I was younger.
If you aren't a degenerate gambler, there's nothing for you in Macau.
Yeah.
Oh, there's that funky looking building.
Oh, like the
You know the one?
the
It's sort of
wave?
shaped like a palm tree or something.
Yeah, it like waves up or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Isn't that the, oh no, that's the like the wind sail or something.
Oh yeah, Dubai's got a building that like spins in the wind or something.
Yeah.
But they got a building that's shaped like the Death Star as well. So
What?
it's shaped like the Death Star.
Is it? Look, I've seen enough movies to know what's in there.
Like it's. Oh, you have to take some liberties.
Is it on r/evil buildings?
It might be actually, yeah.
How are we going for time? I can't see the computer of this.
45 minutes.
Oh, nice. We're going golfing after this. This is going to be an hour-long episode.
You know, it's funny. I don't like playing golf that much.
Would you like go and hit the balls?
Yeah, because I can get nice and tistic about hitting the balls. Like I can obsess over the small details and like, oh, I want to put my foot like that. And then I'm like, that's shanked a little bit to the right. Except it never shanks a little bit to the right. It's always like,
Yeah,
I just went like 90 degrees to the right with my hand.
Yeah, I like just hitting the balls, man. I like, especially when the guy gets out there on his little like thing to pick up the balls. Oh boy.
Man.
I mean, you're not supposed to hit him, but come on.
Well, he's driving an armored. Well, it's not armored.
It's not armored, but he's
He's
safe
driving a
inside.
cage. It's a cage on wheels.
He's safe inside it. I mean,
Like, what are you going to do? Like, you're not going to hurt him.
I mean, when we were there like 2 or 3 times ago, I watched a guy whack it, and it was like bouncing behind him, and then it like lodged itself inside like I don't know, like the back of the tray or whatever, or like there's like the back axle and like the wheels are there, and there's like a gap, and it lodges up in that gap.
Well, just stuck there.
Yeah. I lodged one in like the chain link fence as well. Like one was like dunk. I was like, bing. I know, right? We didn't have a topic for this one. What are we going to call it?
We did not.
We should just call this one
Well, just
conversation.
how about the topic is nothing?
Nothing.
That doesn't sound interesting. How about the topic is? Oh, I got a good idea. Okay, the topic is you won't believe what they talk about next.
You won't believe what they talk about next. Not clickbait. Please click this. Give us money.
All right, done.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think we work much better with the topic because I can be like, you know what? It's not a statue of, I assume, Don Bradman.
Yeah.
There's a statue of Don Bradman over there.
There's no other cricketer in the world that deserves to have a statue made out of them.
I don't know. Wasn't Sachin Tendulkar? He was pretty good.
Not even close to Don though.
Really?
Like Don was he's like an absurdly high performer.
Like what are we talking about? Like,
all right, so like Don Bradman's got like a 99.94 batting average or something.
yeah.
And then the next highest guy's like 67.
Oh.
But the thing is, Don Bradman played a long time ago, and like
When it was less like people got less micro about it.
yeah, so like, and it wasn't like as well developed a professional sport.
Oh. So we just okay.
It's sort of like
Ow.
that thing. What's his face? Daniel Tosh has about old baseball players with really high scores. He says they should have an asterisk next to them that says "did not play against black people."
Yeah, that makes sense. Have you like, especially with baseball, have you seen the before and afters of, I think I've said this before on the podcast, of steroid use? There's a guy, I saw this on an article a while ago, and it was like the before of the guy as he came into like Major League Baseball. He was like the skinny dude that was just like, looked like a normal guy. And then afterwards of all this steroid use it looked like Terry Crews because he was just this massive dude. I'll try and find it for you. It's insane.
The funny thing about that was there was one guy that they busted for the steroids.
Yeah.
And he said, but everyone does it. And then everyone said, no, he's the only one. He's the only one. And then it came out later, everybody at that time was doing it.
Yeah, of course.
And that's the other thing. Like, it's like everyone got shitty about Neil Armstrong. No, Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, Neil Armstrong. What are you going to walk on the moon for, asshole?
Yeah, Lance Armstrong. Because he won the Tour de France on blood doping or whatever it was.
Yeah.
The blood thickeners. And but the thing is, he had...
one ball.
That's not where I was going with this, but yes, that's true. But so many people were blood doping that if you disqualified all the people,
Oh, yeah. Like
that would knock out like the top 20 in the field.
Yeah. Because blood doping's hard to find because it's just their blood.
Yeah, I mean, I think they can test for it now because it's so public, but I mean, I don't know what that one is. I don't know if it's like the extra blood one or if it's the something that makes it thicker? Because I know there was a whole thing about they always had to go riding at midnight, or the blood would freeze in their body and they'd die.
Blood doping is, I don't know how much of an advantage it gives you. It's the theory behind it is because we did this in PE, which was the most interesting. Like cheating in sports was the most interesting thing we did in PE. So you take blood out of yourself at a whatever rate, right? And so until you've got a liter, and then you let your body regenerate what it is, and then you put the blood back in. So the theory behind it is more blood, more oxygen can be moved to your muscles, more efficiency. I think that was the theory behind it.
What happens if you put too much blood in? You just burst like a haggis.
I mean, a haggis. What the hell? A haggis burst?
Yeah.
Isn't it like cabbage?
No, it's like you stuff like a sheep's stomach with stuff.
Isn't haggis cabbage?
No, that's sauerkraut.
I know sauerkraut. It's also coleslaw.
Haggis can be anything. Like, okay, it's like it's a burrito, but instead of a tortilla, it's the stomach of a sheep.
Can we get haggis?
Look, you could probably make it.
I don't want to. We should make it.
Yeah, and cook it yourself. We'll just be like, yeah, first get your stomach, your sheep stomach.
No, I thought we were going to cook like that. And we're back.
Yes. Yeah, and then like a haggis, it's like, sometimes you can, if you cut a sausage, like it'll peel back and then through.
Yeah.
Like it just, right?
Yeah.
Haggis also does that because it's so tightly packed. And also, if you pack it too tight and you don't like properly cook it, it can go.
So it's just cooking something in a sheep's stomach.
Pretty much, yeah. It's sort of comparable to a sausage, but it's got other things in it.
Isn't sausage like intestine or something?
Well, it used to be, yeah.
Oh, what is it now?
It's just some synthetic something or other.
Horse meat.
They don't use. I don't know why they don't use the intestines, because, like, you're already eating a ground up whatever didn't make it into the pork, right?
I mean, that's why we love it, you know. I remember when I was at school, they took us to a butcher to show us how sausages were made. I don't know if it was like vegetarian agenda or whatever, but it was like, yeah, when we shove it in here and then you twist and twist and twist, and I'm like,
It never bothered me.
cool.
Never bothered me.
It's like the Jamie Oliver thing where he's like, I'm going to show you what's in chicken nuggets. And what we got here, we shove all the chicken in there, we just process it, and then there's meat. And there's like, chicken bone, we chuck it in there, we're going to process that as well.
That's the 5th time we've told this story, I think.
I know. And then like he's like, now who'd want to still eat a chicken nugget? And all the kids put their hands up.
Yeah,
I just like doing my Jamie Oliver voice. It's a very bad Jamie Oliver voice.
It doesn't. Yeah, like, I don't know. It never bothered me. Like, people, like, you don't want to find out how sausages and laws are made, right?
Laws.
Laws, like law. The law.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
the law happens because someone does it, and then they're like, I shouldn't be able to do that.
No, like legislation.
Oh, right.
Like, you don't want to know how legislation or sausages are made.
Why? How's legislation made?
Oh, you don't want to know.
What, are they shoved in like a pig's anus or something?
Yeah.
They just get like random choppings of horse and put it in a bill and then be like, here you go, here's the law.
That'd be great. I would much prefer that to what they actually do.
You know, there's Sorry,
But yeah, like I watched the video of like how they make hot dogs. And like Soraya was all like, oh, no, it's really gross. You're never going to want to eat hot dogs again. And then I watched it. I'm like, you know what? I kind of want a hot dog.
You know, I kind of want to eat, yeah.
I don't know. Like, I just don't understand that. Like, I mean, it's interesting to see how it's made. It's not.
There's a YouTube channel that I really like. It's called How It's Really Made. And it's a guy just gets like video from like an actual like how it's made thing and then just dubs it over and he's like, and they take the sheep semen and spread it out all over. I'll show it to you. It's really, I love it. It's so funny.
I tell you, that's one of my my very common like YouTube rabbit holes is the how it's made videos.
Yeah. No, I get that as well. But like, you only get like some of them. You only get like half the thing, and it's like, I want to know. I want to know.
Or they'll
how,
just gloss over like the most interesting part.
Yeah, it's like, this is how an aluminium can is made. So once the aluminium can is rolled into it, and I'm like, what do you mean? Oh, come on. Yeah, and I was like, and then it is filled with beer and stamped with a thing. For your
That's bullshit.
Yeah, nah. It's like there was one I was watching about rubber bands, and it was like, what?
Why do cans do this?
Oh, I'll show you.
Like, why does it taper to the top rather than just being a straight can?
Okay, so if you notice, see everything around the. This is going to be terrible on audio only. So everything. So basically they make the can like that.
Yeah.
Right, and it starts like a cylinder.
Yeah.
Right, and then they bend it in, and then they stamp that on the top. So that part there is separate. That's why there's a little stupid rim there, and there's like a lip there.
But why don't they just make that bit that wide?
Because they used to do that, and it was inefficient. I don't know.
I mean, I guess it's because you got that lip, like it's like a lip thing.
Well, like when we had those cans that were the beer, what was it called? It was the big like
Fox
750 ml beer. Yeah, Fax. Yeah,
No. Fox.
FAXE or Faxe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they didn't have a lip.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I don't even think did we drink that from the can?
I did.
We needed two hands for the can.
And they also had the old style of ring pull, where it like peeled off and it was a separate thing. Yeah,
that was
because they used to.
I've been looking
at
for that again for ages.
Yeah, whatever happened to it?
I don't know. But for those of you playing along at home, it's basically, I've never seen it in anything under a 1 litre can.
Was it 750? I think it was 750.
It was 1 litre.
Oh, litre, okay.
Yeah. It's huge. And it's actually a pretty nice beer too, I've got to say.
Yeah.
Like I thought I was going to be like, okay, this is going to take like rat piss, but...
It's in a 1 litre can, so I got to buy it.
Yeah, it's one of those giant beers they always talk about.
Yeah, they were getting like the...
I've never seen... That's the only giant beer I've ever seen in Australia.
Well, that's the thing. You know that beer that we had at my place, and then I brought over to Saray's that time?
Ertinger?
Ertinger. I bought that because I was like, well, whatever. It's in large cans. It's cheaper than regular beer. And so I took it over to Thomas's, and I was like, wow, it's actually pretty good. So I took it home.
Yeah.
Because usually I'll just be like, oh, whatever, I'll just leave it there. But then, I took it home, and it was heaps good. It was a...
Yeah, it's weird how some of the really nice imports are actually cheaper than our domestic beer.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
Like, Lowenbrau is cheaper than VB.
Because that's a lowbrow... Yeah, I know.
Actually, maybe not VB, but, like, definitely, like, James Squire. It's cheaper than that.
Yeah, James Squire's garbage. I hate it. Same, like...
I like one James Squire beer, and it's the one that everybody likes.
Lashes or whatever it is?
No. Well, okay, actually, Lashes is the one everybody likes. And that one, I'll drink it if it's there. But no, I like the Golden Ale.
Oh, I have no idea what it's called.
Gambler or something.
Hop Thief, I don't know this one.
Chancer.
Chancy boy.
I like that one. That's it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I like New Zealand beers as well.
It's because of the colder climate. They ferment at a lower temperature.
Yeah, like,
I don't know, probably.
Maybe. You know how they have that one called Tui over there?
Yeah.
That's one of my favourite beers.
Well, Tui's new.
No, Tui.
Oh,
Tui?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking Tuey, yeah.
All right, we're about to hit an hour. You had a word you wanted to share with us.
Oh yeah, okay. So what was I thinking of doing? Because we sort of phone in business yourself.
We can't do it every week.
We can't do it every week. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace it with one that I can.
Not all the time.
Not all the time.
We might do it again.
On and off. We might even
start rotating different segments.
We might even just think of a third one as well, or a fourth, and then a fifth. But not
I don't
know. I was going to call it the word of the week, and so I heard this one earlier today. Might have been yesterday. Probably yesterday. It's so the word is porgasm, right? POORGASM, right?
So is that like a poor quality orgasm?
No, it's not. Funny you should say that. All right, you know when you're at a shop and you're
Yeah.
like, you see like or like a fast food place and you're like, whoa, 10 tacos for $3.50. Whoa, that's amazing value. That's a porgasm. And so, unfortunately, my dad has them constantly. He's like, oh, Jared, I went down to the bottle-o and I bought this beer I bought 24 beers in a pack of beers for $13.80.
Yeah, and it's like, oh,
And it's like, wow, congratulations, you found a special.
like he has them after the fact too.
I mean,
Like, there's so many times I've talked to him and he's been like, you know, I bought this trenching tool from Aldi for just $10. I bought 2. Here, have this one.
also, Dad, if you're listening, highly doubt you're listening, but how you doing? But yeah, no, he does that. He's like, I found a special. Whenever you find a special and you're like, oh, look at this special, that's a porgasm.
I don't even like think about specials. My mum does all the time. She's a special like huntress.
In America, I do believe they're called coupon queens. Because they have a lot of coupons or whatever over there.
I mean, we have them here. I've just never been bothered to use them.
What, you haven't?
I get Domino's pizza. Oh, it's not called Domino's pizza anymore. I get Domino's coupons in my mail all the time. Like,
You know you can get a coupon if you Google Pizza Hut and then click the ad that comes up that says 50% off pizzas at Domino's.
really?
Yeah. Have you never done that? If you Google Pizza Hut, the first ad will be get 50% off on Domino's.
What happens if I Google Domino's? Did they do?
I don't know,
Is there
probably
like a
right.
reciprocal?
I don't know, but like Domino's isn't even good. Get like
And what do I have to Google to get like 50% off at Crust? Because that's the best of the chains.
It probably comes up there as well.
Oh, actually, no. Best of the chains, and they don't really have them anymore outside of the Central Coast. Eagle Boys.
Eagle Boys. Yeah, Eagle Boys are really good. They used to be on Concord Road, now it's gone. May God rest your soul. Yeah, no.
And may God rest this podcast.
Oh, are we killing it? Any final words?
We're over 60.
We're over 60 minutes. Oh, we go golfing. We go whack them balls. All right.
And then we'll go golfing.
Did you just want to end it there?
No, I was just...
Oh,
I was high-fiving myself, which I guess is a clap.
Yeah, hold on. Let's do a high five from across the room. No, but I did the clap. Okay. Sorry, I was just trying to deceive the audience again. All right, any final words, Michael, about our topic?
No. Because
Good.
there wasn't one.
There wasn't one.
Well,
We'll come back to that.
yeah.
We're back. We have social media. Look, if you don't know what it is, just
We should really just record this once and then use that on
just
everything.
flick it into everything. Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll do that later.
Yeah, whatever. All right, bye.